Evening, everybody. Another splendid day here on the ranch. What we got right here is a little thing that I like to call an auction find. I went to an auction today. I wasn't really looking for anything in particular. Normally, I will go to those auctions and look for stuff that they have a lot of that particular item, because generally that means I can pick them up pretty cheap, which is what I've done in the past. And if I can get something cheap enough, I will buy 3 or 4 of them, sell off the ones I don't need, and I generally pay for the item that I got. I've done that several times. I've had pretty good luck with it. It keeps me mostly out of hot water with Mrs. Flat. But what this is an auger, hydraulic auger for the front of my skid steer, or you could use it on the front of a tractor if that's what you wanted to do. I don't really have a need for this. I have a 3.1, but that thing is, it's like wrestling a greased pig to get that thing onto the tractor. So I have been looking for one of these for a while, and they had a whole slew of them today. Most of them were the cheap Chinese ones, which is pretty much what you find at auctions for new equipment. This one, however, you will notice that this is Lowe by Berlin. And if you look right up in here, you see these magic words right there. Made in the USA. Lowe is a manufacturing company. I believe that they are in Milwaukee or around Milwaukee. They were bought out recently, best I could tell, by Berlin, also an American company. I picked this thing up for what I think is a steal, and this is why you got to know what you're looking at. When I initially looked at this, I said, well, I do recognize Stout. I know that they manufacture a lot of skid steer buckets. Let me go look that up. I'll look this up quick rundown, and said, yep, that's probably a good one. I'm not going to say it doesn't have any imported parts. I haven't looked that far into it. I know it's got a hex drive. You see that usually on the heavier ones. I think this is a good deal. This thing sold for much cheaper than even the cheap Chinese ones were selling for. I suspect because it only has 1 auger, whereas the Chinese ones came with 3. But I'm telling you, just looking at this, the build quality between this and any of the Chinese stuff, which I don't mind the Chinese stuff, I buy it, I just know going in what I'm buying is 1,000 times better. So we'll get this thing hooked up tomorrow and see how it works. There you go. Have a good one.